So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about SGI10. SGI10 is going to be Saturday, May the 7th. It's going to be in the usual place, Mary Hill Community Hall in Glasgow. Now, again, anybody that's ever been at the venue, it's an absolutely awesome venue, a great atmosphere, very old kind of theatre style building with tiered seats and so on, the mat in the middle. And this time it's going to be a little bit more special as well. Obviously, we've never had a pay-per-view before, so we're going to have pay-per-view at SGI10. So going to be all the usual, obviously, commentators. Yours truly will be one of the commentators, and I will have, obviously, a special guest sidekick with me. So my partner in crime's not announced yet, but they will be announced hopefully within the next week or so. So keep an eye out for that. Obviously, tickets are available through Scottish Grappling page. Take you through to their booking system. Make sure you do get your tickets for it. And as to the pay-per-view, anybody that can't make the event on the night, then definitely head over and get that pay-per-view. This is going to be an absolutely awesome card. The lineup's been announced. There's not been much changes yet, so fingers crossed it stays exactly as it is. There's going to be a lot of different styles on show. There's going to be wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and also everybody's favourite style, judo, is going to be on display as well. So we're going to see some highlight reel stuff on May the 7th. So my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Julia Scardone of Carlson Gracie Hull. So Julia is up against one of Scotland's own, Maria Popovicova. Okay, so of SBG Aberdeen. So two absolutely fantastic grapplers. I always hear about Julia every time I speak to Owen Livesy. I always hear about Julia. He's always talking about Julia. So telling us how good she is. So we're going to eventually get to see a glimpse of Julia on May the 7th. So Julia, listen, absolute pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much for having me here. I'm excited.
No, definitely. How's everything with you? How's baby Tiago?
He's really good. He's really good. Every time someone asks me that question, I don't like to jinx it too much. But he's actually a really good baby. He's so chilled out. He's happy with, barely anything. You just put him in front of Shrek and that's it. He doesn't need anything else. He's obsessed with it. So he's really easy at the minute.
We saw that. I think Owen put a video up the other night, and it was the two of them sitting watching Shrek, and baby Tiago was just glued to the television. He was watching Shrek on the television.
He is. I've got this theory that I've always, even before Tiago, I've always thought that Owen and Shrek were exactly the same. So now it just proves it. I think he's so obsessed with Shrek because it's exactly like his dad. So I think he watches it and thinks, "Oh my God, my dad's green and he's on telly."
Listen, I'm sure you're probably the only person that can say that. I don't think anybody else will say that to Owen.
Probably, I think his sisters will get away with saying a lot of stuff like that as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. And baby Tiago as well has a big social media. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's on social media. Obviously, you're posting pictures and videos every day, and Owen's posting pictures and videos every day. So, baby Tiago should definitely have his own Facebook page or his own Instagram or something, because a lot of people want to see what he's doing all the time.
Do you know what? I have some of my friends have said that to me. They've said, "Julia, you need to make an Instagram page for him because he's so entertaining." But I don't think I want him part of that just yet. He's a bit too little for it. But you're going to keep seeing him all over my time.
Oh, definitely. I feel like, because obviously, I think when I first spoke to Owen, I think you were still pregnant at the time, and then not long after that, obviously, baby Tiago came along, and we've seen him grow from obviously being born to where he is now, and it's unbelievable, and he's getting bigger and bigger every day as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because I think when Owen sort of started competing quite a lot, that's kind of when I got pregnant. So yeah, it like when we've been traveling around and stuff, I've been like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's like the other way around. So he's been like Owen's grappling journey the whole time. So like the more the people have got to know him, they're getting to know Chi as well. So it's really
Yeah.
funny.
Yes. Oh no, we love baby Tiago. We definitely do. So he's almost as tall as me. So I'm only small. He's almost as tall as me. So.
So don't worry, I'm a midget.
And then obviously we know, because obviously Owen had put up last night, I think. Obviously when you had baby Tiago, you had a C-section, and then obviously from there to where you are now, to fully training and obviously about to start doing comps again, and again such a short period of time, is absolutely unbelievable, Julia.
It's crazy. I think there isn't a lot of talk in the sport about women having been in this type of sport and then have that break of being, a pregnancy break, which changes absolutely everything, not just about you, your personality and everything else, but your body completely changes, every part of it. And then going through all of that, and then, I kind of went in thinking I'm going to have a normal birth. 2 days later, I'm going to go back to training, and it's going to be like this. And actually, that's not the way it is. And I think it needs to be more chatted about. Like the expectations of athletes in pregnancy and things like that, because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get back to being to what we were, and get back to training as soon as possible. But having gone through it myself now, I'm a lot kinder to that process. And now when my female friends who have been athletes get pregnant, and I'm just, I just make myself 1000% available for them, because I know how hard that journey is, but I also know how rewarding it is afterwards when you can get back to doing everything else. So it's a different type of strength. I keep saying that. It's a different type of being back, if that makes sense.
I know that the Marina Mavru, who was on the last Grapple Fest, obviously does the Women Who Fight, and I know they raise awareness for everything to do with female, not just grappling, but obviously other sports as well. So so they do a lot of kind of raising awareness and so on. I think they were talking about, they did a few articles on obviously women who were pregnant or just had babies and so on. So so they do a lot of work. So again, they're raising obviously awareness, but as you said, a lot more awareness needs to be raised, because it is a big issue. I mean, the women are having babies all the time, so they need to know about training and things like that. So
Marina and Shanti are such a huge reason to why I'm kind of getting myself back out there again, because it's real difficult. It's kind of like once you've had a baby, you kind of get, people don't mean to, but you kind of get pushed aside a little bit. It's kind of like, oh, her day is kind of done. She's had a baby now. She's a mum. And I just remember just chatting to Marina and Shanti, and they're absolutely amazing people. Like the way that they've hyped me up, like no one has ever done that to me before. So they're absolutely amazing. And just like encouragement that they were like, Julia, let's do it. You're ready for it. Look at you training. Look at you doing this and doing that. You're so ready for it. And then I started to find out more about them too, and what they do for the sport. And I just think, like, hats off to them. They are doing ridiculously good work at informing people of what we go through, like subjects that people don't like talking about. They're right out there. They're talking about it. They're making it open for everyone. So hats off to them too. Amazing people.
Yeah. Definitely, they're doing unbelievable things. I'd say Women Who Fight. So anybody that's on Facebook, check out Women Who Fight. Also on Instagram as well. So again, definitely a great thing, and a very, very informative for not just females but males as well. I mean, any males that want to read up on some of the articles as well, because remember, that's not just a female thing. It might be like female training and stuff like that, but us guys need to know as well. As I said, so there's a lot of stuff on there for both male and female to pick up on. So and we do see, I mean, obviously you're training, and again, you like to post obviously things about your training online, and so we've seen your training from when you obviously first started training after you had Tiago up until now. So we've been there. It feels like we've been there every single step of the way as well.
Yeah, it's crazy, because once you have a C-section, you know, it's a proper surgery.
Yeah,
You kind of go in, it's such a discredited type of thing that women go through because they go through it all the time, that we don't realize that it's an actual huge surgery, and you can't walk for a few days afterwards, and you know, you need real recovery, and actually you don't get as much recovery because you've got a brand new baby that you need to look after. And you know, me and Owen were brand new parents, so it's pretty much hands on for both of us. So, you
yeah,
know, there isn't a lot of rest time and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of document for myself as well. I wanted to see, you know, where I started right from the bottom and then all the way, because I kept thinking, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to get back stronger and it's going to happen. So I wanted to document it. So I was doing silly things like, I did so much rehab, so much. I was like so strict with it. My physio told me to do 3 times a day. I would do it 6 times a day. So I was really strict with it, and I would film myself doing it. And now I
yeah,
see videos of me, you know, when I first started doing the rehab to how much I'm training now. And I just think women's bodies are absolutely incredible. It's just incredible what it can go through and how it can recover as well. So
yeah.
another level of respect to mums out there.
Definitely, definitely. Listen, fair play. Obviously, I've got a couple of kids at home. Obviously, my wife did absolutely wonders. As I said, she trains and things. Doesn't train jujitsu or any martial arts, but she's always out there training, like doing weights. She wants to be a part-time bodybuilder, which I'm like, yes. And we're always taking pictures of her back, and but it's just for her, so she can see the progress and stuff like that. So definitely a big shout out to all the mums out there. As I said, you guys do an absolutely wonderful job. So we've got a couple of comments coming in as well, Julia. So is it Lewis or Louise Scardone? So just saying, yeah, just saying Julia is the greatest mum ever.
Of course, he'd say that. He's my dad.
And then just saying, Julia,
Oh,
a little strong woman, and he is proud of you. So,
oh,
and then is it Christian Scardone? Tiago just
mum.
made Julia stronger, happier, and determined and focused. So,
That's very true. Very true.
yes, yes. And then Hannah Garrett, our favourite person, Hannah Garrett. We all love Hannah Garrett. Just saying, Julia is here to take over. Scardone Airlines is open.
Oh, love Hannah. She's absolutely brilliant. Love her.
Hannah's, yeah, listen,
The energy is
Hannah's
just
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But she's hilarious as well. Anytime I talk to Hannah, she's just so funny, so funny. Like whenever we do interviews with her, and we're just laughing from the very start of the interview to the very end of the interview. And
Yeah.
whenever I saw her at Grapple Fest, was exactly the same. And yeah, just a great person, really good person to have in grappling as well. So
Yeah. I absolutely adore her. She's right up my street. Love her. Just
yes.
hilarious. Like you said, when you start talking to her, you don't stop laughing until you finish talking to her.
Yes, yes. So, and then what about you then, SGI, Julia? So obviously SGI10, as I say, it's going to be a massive event this time. Obviously, you know, Owen's been on a couple of times before. Obviously, at that point there was no pay-per-view available, but this time everybody's going to get to see what happens. So, how did you find out then that you were going to be on SGI10?
So I actually messaged them quite later on because I kept sort of telling myself, you're not ready yet, you're not ready, 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 you're not ready. So I didn't really put my name out there when they initially was asking people to put their names out there. And then just you know what? I think it was. I did a women's only open mat in London that Marina and Shanti had organized it. And Marina's like the biggest hyper talker in the whole world. Like she makes you feel like you're $1 million. It's
Yeah.
amazing. So she was like, "You're ready, like go compete. You're just ready. Just put your name out there for a few people. You're so ready. You're so ready." And before I had spoken to her, I was completely, I'm not going to compete until next year. You know, I had sort of my mind set to it. And she was just so like hyped up about it, and she hyped me up so much about it. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to put my name forward, and I know that they've done all of the matchups already, but I'll tell them, you know, if there's a dropout, whatever, I'm here. I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
And I think someone messaged Owen first and said, "Oh, we've got someone for Julie," because I think someone might have pulled out. I'm not sure. And only later on did I check my messages, and then they've messaged me as well, and they were like, "Oh, we've got this person. If you want to fight her," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?" So yeah,
Yes.
that's how I got on it. So I didn't get on it initially. It was quite a later on decision. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's an awesome event. I mean, I said Owen obviously been up a couple of times before. We saw the Carlson Gracie, some of the Carlson Gracie team up at SGI9. And then obviously there's going to be a lot more up this time as well. So, and you guys always come well represented. I remember the noise, just the
I'm so
noise when, yeah, but just the noise of the Carlson Gracie team and the spectators and so on was unbelievable. They basically took over the whole of SGI9. And it was awesome to see. It's absolutely brilliant to see them coming out and representing.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the atmosphere in our gym. It's like, it's really hard to describe it. Like you feel it every time you walk into our gym. It's like we've been so lucky with the people that we've attracted to our gym, and we've managed to build like a proper team environment. And
Yeah,
everyone wants everyone else to do well, and everyone wants to push each other to do well. Everyone wants everyone to compete, and you know, if you don't compete, that's fine as well. But even the people that don't compete, when they turn up, they still have a scrap. So we've managed to create this really special environment, and it seems like when we go to competitions, we kind of bring that with us. So
yeah.
yeah, we are a little bit loud and we're a little bit rowdy and stuff. Sorry, we mean well. But
Oh no,
I love
listen,
it.
that
I absolutely
yeah, I mean that kind of stuff. I absolutely love that. I remember going over to. I went over to Las Vegas for the World Masters, and obviously you've seen all the different teams, and obviously it was a lot of Brazilians, a lot of Americans, and the place was just crazy, especially Brazilian people. Brazilian people are the craziest people ever, as you know, and they're just so noisy, and they bring an atmosphere that nobody else brings. And I say that's similar to obviously Carlson Gracie. When they come, they definitely bring the noise.
Yeah, we do. And I love that because I feel like what you said about Brazilians, I just feel like there's a little piece of my home at our club. So I love
Yeah,
how rowdy everyone is. I love how loud everyone is. I love how everyone supports everyone. And yeah, we've been really lucky with the people that we've attracted, with the people that we've managed to get into the club. Amazing people, all of them. A bit weird,
definitely.
but all of them.
Listen, it wouldn't be a jiu-jitsu team if, or a grappling team if there wasn't weird people. I mean, our
Oh,
sport is filled with a lot of weird people. So,
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
and then Mum just coming in with a couple of comments again. Carlson Gracie Hull are very united, a good team. And then what's your mum saying? Noise, Brazilians, wash hands, wash hands, wash
Yeah.
hands. So
I have no idea what she means by that. I think she probably means like yay, and yeah, so that's a prime example of Brazilian mum there. Like
yes,
my mum and dad were commenting on the thing. Prime example of Brazilians.
definitely, definitely. And then what about you this year then? So obviously you've got a couple of things lined up. So we know that obviously SGI10. Obviously it was announced a few days ago that Grapple Fest as well. So going to be on Grapple Fest 12, which again is going to be it's going to be absolutely awesome. And you've got a really good matchup on Grapple Fest 12 as well. So as well as SGI10, I mean you've got an absolutely fantastic matchup on there as well. So, but what are we going to see from yourself for the rest of the year in regards to competing, Julia?
I just want to try and put myself out there. You know, I've competed a lot in judo before, and the pressure was a lot different then. So I'm looking forward to competing with no pressure. I feel like
Yeah,
it's the first time that I'm doing it I'm doing it to have fun. I'm not doing it to, you know, prove a point. I'm not doing it to, there's not a specific reason to why I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it because I really love the sport. I really love the gym. I want to show off all of the hard work that we've got in our gym. And that's
Yeah.
the main reason why I'm competing at the minute. So I want to do as much as possible. Anything that gets thrown out there, I'll do it. Yeah. So I'm just looking forward to doing everything.
Definitely. And I did say this to Owen. I said this to you before we came live as well. We need to have a Mr. and Mrs. matchup, the same as we do for the Four Nations, the same as we do for team events and stuff like that. A Mr. Mrs. match would be absolutely awesome. Let's get some of the top Mr. and Mrs. grapplers from all over to come and put on a show.
That would be absolutely fun. That would be hilarious. I don't know how that would kick it off, but we'll kick it off. Let's do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, let's do it. Definitely. Chris Thompson, Grapple Fest. If you're watching, I know you are. Let's get this sorted. Mr. and Mrs. team events. Let's bring some of the best Mr. and Mrs. from all over, and let's put on a fight. Let's put on a show. So, and then Julia, last thing for you then. So obviously I know you've been in the game for a while. So anybody you want to shout out to. So obviously the usual friends, family members, teammates, anything like that.
Family first, my mum and dad. I wouldn't be able to be doing any of the training that I'm doing at all without them too. They have Chi every night and they look after him so that I can go and get my training done. So they're absolutely amazing. They have been amazing from day one. Owen's been guiding me through every single step of the way to getting back on the mat and sort of pushing me to where I need to be. And all of our teammates, especially the girls at our club, we don't have a huge girls team yet, but we're getting there. And the little girls team that we've got, it's a solid little one. So huge shout out to them because they're helping me out a lot. Obviously Marina Shanti for like giving me the little oomph to come forward and do this. Hannah done the same thing as well, hyping me up for all of it. So all of these people that, you know, when you think that you can't really do it anymore yourself because you're a bit, you know, you're a mum now, you can't really do it. All of these people that have said to me, fuck this, Julia, go and do it. So huge shout out to all of them.
Yes, definitely. Give us a shout as well, because obviously you're doing the women's only open match as well. Obviously, but I believe you've got another one coming up as well.
Yeah. 1st of May, we've got another one coming up. We've got more than 30 women signed up to it now, and we've got loads of different levels. We've got judo Olympians coming. We've got people that are white belts in BJJs. We've got lots of different levels of women coming to the mat. And we've got one of the girls that I used to do judo with coming to do a talk on female nutrition. So specifically for us and in combat sport as well. So very, very specific to all of us. And I'm always going to keep these open mats coming. And whenever I can get someone to come and talk to us about nutrition, about training, anything that's specific for us, I will always try and get them in, because I just think that we will get better by training together, by smashing the fuck out of each other. That's how we get better. And you know, if you don't want to compete, how you get better is by training with a load of girls as well that are teaching you stuff and doing stuff, because you know the pressure is very different with boys and girls, and you know sometimes boys don't get as much as they can fighting us. So sometimes we're kind of, you know, we're the rest round and stuff. So it's really good to get a bunch of women together. That's how we're going to get better. That's how the grappling in Great Britain will get better. We need to keep fighting each other and having little meetings around everywhere. So we're going to keep doing them. The next one, 1st of May in Hull.
Definitely. And the kids go as well. I saw that. Obviously, I saw there was a few kids, a couple of pictures recently where the kids were there. Baby Tiago was getting a lot of attention from a lot of people. So.
Oh yeah, and these sessions, they're like, I want it to be as easy for people to get to. So that's why I do the dates so well in advance, so that if you have kids or if you have anything like that, you can plan for that. And I always try and get my mum in as well, so that if people bring babies, my mum can sort of like look after the babies while the mums are training. So I wanted
Yeah.
to make it as open and as for everyone to come in as possible.
Perfect, perfect. Well, there we go, guys. Julia Scardone of Carlson Gracie Hull going to be up against Maria Popovicova of SPG Aberdeen. That's going to be Saturday, May the 7th, SGI10. Now, ticket availability, head over to Scottish Grappling. You'll be able to get your tickets directly through their booking system. Anybody that can't make the event that night, pay-per-view is available. So, again, head over to Scottish Grappling and you'll be able to get all the pay-per-view details there. So, going to be a great event, as I keep saying. I'm absolutely buzzing to see Julia. As I said, as she said, I feel like we know each other, but even though we've never met, I've heard so much about, and Julia's heard so much about me. So it's definitely going to be great to see you on May the 7th, Julia.
It will be. Really looking forward to it.
Definitely. Listen, thank you again, Julia. Enjoy the rest of your training, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Take it easy.